Yo, what's good, ThriveBit fam? Welcome to ThriveBit by Andy, your go-to YouTube podcast for business hacks, personal growth, and the motivation you need to crush it. I'm Andy, and you're not just watching a video, you're investing in your future. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's get you leveled up. Today, we're diving deep into something that can straight up transform your life: how to build unstoppable confidence. Whether you're launching a startup, chasing a big dream, or just trying to show up as your best self, confidence is the key to making it happen. This isn't about fluff or hype. It's about real, actionable steps to own your power and stop letting doubt hold you back. So, grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's do this. Confidence is a skill, not a gift. All right, let's kick things off with a mindset shift. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not like some people just wake up radiating Tony Stark vibes while the rest of us are stuck. Nah, confidence is a skill. It's a muscle you build through action, grit, and showing up, even when you're scared. The moment you get this, you unlock a kind of power most people never tap into. Think about it like going to the gym. You don't get jacked by staring at the weights. You gotta lift them day after day. Confidence works the same way. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or feeling ready, because here's the truth: you'll never feel fully ready. Doubt and fear, they're always gonna be there whispering, "Play it safe," or "You're not good enough." But confidence isn't about silencing those voices, it's about moving forward. Anyway, let me share a quick story from my own journey. A few years back, when I was just starting out, I had this big opportunity to pitch a business idea to a group of investors. I'm talking serious players, the kind of people who could make or break a startup. Problem was, I was terrified. I'd never done anything like this before. My brain was screaming, "You're not ready, Andy. You're gonna bomb this." I could have backed out, made an excuse, and stayed in my comfort zone. But I decided to act anyway. I prepped like crazy, practiced my pitch in front of a mirror, and walked into that room like I belonged there, even though my heart was pounding. Guess what? The pitch wasn't perfect, but I got their attention, and that moment changed everything. It showed me I could do hard things, even when I felt like an imposter. That's when I realized, confidence isn't something you have, it's something you build. So how do you start? Take action. Doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's sending that email you've been dodging, posting that video you've been overthinking, or speaking up in a meeting. Every time you act, your brain rewires. You start seeing yourself as someone who does things, who makes things happen. That's where the magic begins. Your mindset shapes your confidence. Let's talk about your headspace, because this is where confidence lives or dies. Your beliefs about yourself are like the software running your life. If you're constantly telling yourself, "I'm not good enough," "I'm gonna fail," or "I don't belong here," your brain's gonna buy it, and you'll act like it's true. But flip that script, and everything changes. Start telling yourself, "I'm capable," "I'm worthy," "I've got this," and watch how your world shifts. Let me paint a picture with a story. I heard about this young entrepreneur named Maya, who started a small online clothing brand from her college dorm. She had zero experience, no big budget, and a ton of self-doubt. Every time she thought about posting her designs on social media, her brain would spiral. What if people hate it? What if I look stupid? Sound familiar? But Maya made a game-changing decision. She started a 30-day challenge where she'd post one positive affirmation about herself every morning, like, "I'm learning to be a badass entrepreneur," or "I'm building something dope." At first it felt fake, but over time those words sank in. She started believing she was capable, and that belief pushed her to post her first collection. Fast forward a year, her brand was blowing up, and she was pitching to major retailers. It wasn't the clothes alone that got her there. It was her mindset shift. By changing the way she talked to herself, she changed her entire trajectory. Here's a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, catch every negative thought you have about yourself. Whether it's out loud or in your head, stop it and replace it with something empowering. Instead of, "I can't do this," say, "I'm figuring it out." Instead of, "I'm not ready," say, "I'm learning as I go." It feels weird at first, but words have power. What you say to yourself becomes who you are. And here's the kicker. Confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about being brave. Fear doesn't disappear. It's always there, trying to keep you small. The question is, will you listen to fear or the voice of possibility? Choose possibility, and you're already halfway there. Your body is your superpower. Now let's get physical. Not in a workout way, but in how you carry yourself. Your body and mind are connected, and the way you move sends signals to your brain. Think about it. When you're slouched over, head down, trying to disappear, how do you feel? Not exactly like a rock star, right? Now imagine standing tall, shoulders back, chest out, moving like you own the room. That's a whole different vibe. Let me tell you about Alex, a guy I heard about who was prepping for his first big TEDx talk. He was a brilliant coder with killer ideas, but public speaking? Not his thing. He'd get so nervous he'd hunch over, mumble, and avoid eye contact, which made him feel even worse. A mentor gave him a tip. Before every practice session, he had to stand like a superhero, hands on hips, chest out, chin up, for 2 minutes straight. Alex thought it sounded ridiculous, but he tried it. Something clicked. That power pose didn't just change his posture, it changed his energy. By the time he hit the stage, he was walking like he owned it, speaking with conviction, and the crowd was hooked. That simple shift in how he carried himself turned a nervous coder into a confident speaker. Try this right now. Seriously, do it. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and walk around like you're about to close a $1 million deal. Feel that shift? That's not just a trick, it's science. Your physiology affects your psychology. If you want to feel confident, start moving like you're confident. Walk into every room like you belong. Speak with purpose. Look people in the eye. It's not about faking it. It's about becoming it. Pro tip: make this a habit. Before a big meeting, a pitch, or even a tough convo, take 30 seconds to power pose. Stand tall, breathe deep, and channel your inner boss. It's like a cheat code for confidence. Failure is your secret weapon. Let's get real about failure, because this is where most people trip up. Society's got us thinking failure is the enemy, but that's a lie. Failure is the foundation of confidence. The most successful people, think Elon Musk, Oprah, or any startup founder who's made it big, they failed more times than most of us have even tried. But they don't see failure as a dead end. They see it as feedback. Take Sarah, someone I met at a startup conference a while back. She was building a fitness app from scratch, full of passion but no tech background. Her first launch? Total disaster. The app crashed constantly, users bailed, and the reviews were brutal. I remember her telling me how she felt like giving up, thinking, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But Sarah did something different. She dove into the feedback, learned to code better, and relaunched a tighter version. It still wasn't perfect, but it got some buzz. By her third try, her app was trending, and she scored a deal with a major gym chain. When I saw her again, she was glowing with confidence. Not because she nailed it the first time, but because she saw every failure as a chance to grow. So, what if you stopped fearing failure? What if you saw every setback as a stepping stone? Imagine how much bolder you'd be if you knew that no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. Next time you're scared to take a risk, whether it's launching a product, asking for a raise, or putting yourself out there, remind yourself, if I fail, I'll learn. If I succeed, I'll win. Either way, I'm moving forward. That's the mindset that builds unshakable confidence. Surround yourself with winners. Your environment matters a lot. The people you hang with either lift you up or drag you down. If your circle's full of naysayers, doubters, or people who make you feel small, your confidence is going to take a hit. But if you surround yourself with winners, people who push you, inspire you, and believe in you, you're going to level up faster than you thought possible. Let me tell you about Jamal, a guy I met at a networking event. He was trying to break into the music industry as a producer, but his old crew was toxic. They'd mock his beats, tell him he was wasting his time, and laugh off his dreams of working with big artists. Jamal felt stuck, like maybe they were right. Then he made a bold move. He started going to industry meetups and connected with a group of ambitious producers who were all about growth. They'd share tips, critique each other's work constructively, and hype each other up. Within months, Jamal's confidence was through the roof. He started pitching his tracks to bigger names, landed a collab with a rising rapper, and last I heard, he's producing for some serious talent. The difference? He swapped a circle of doubters for a crew of believers. Take a quick inventory. Who's in your crew? Are they fueling your fire or putting it out? If you're surrounded by negativity, it's time to make some changes. That doesn't always mean cutting people out. Sometimes it's about adding the right voices. Follow creators who light you up. Listen to podcasts like ThriveBit. Shameless plug, I know. Read books that make you want to take action. Curate your inputs and watch how your confidence grows. Kill your excuses. Excuses are the ultimate confidence killers. Every time you say, "I'm too busy," "I'm not ready," or "I'll do it later," you're chipping away at your belief in yourself. Excuses are just fear in disguise, and the only way to beat them is to shut them down. Burn the boats. Eliminate the option of backing out. When you commit fully, when you decide there's no plan B, you unlock a level of focus and power that's next level. I met this woman, Lisa, at a startup workshop last year, and her story stuck with me. She was a single mom with a full-time job, dreaming of starting a catering business. Her excuse? "I don't have time." Between work and her kids, she kept putting it off, convincing herself the timing wasn't right. But one day, she got fed up. She decided to stop waiting and started small, catering one event for a friend. That meant waking up at 4 a.m. to prep food after her kids were asleep. No excuses, just action. That first gig led to referrals, and within a year, she was running a thriving side hustle. Lisa told me that killing her no-time excuse didn't just build her business. It built her confidence to tackle anything. So what excuses are holding you back? Be real with yourself. Is it time, money, skills? Call it out, and then take one small step to prove it wrong. If you're saying you don't have time, carve out 10 minutes today to work on your goal. If you're saying you don't know enough, watch one tutorial. The moment you stop justifying inaction, you start building momentum, and momentum is the fuel for confidence. Rejection is just redirection. Let's talk about rejection because it's going to happen. A client says no, a pitch gets shot down. Someone doesn't vibe with your vision. It stings, but here's the truth. Rejection doesn't define you. It's not a measure of your worth. The most confident people don't take it personally. They see it as redirection. Every no is just pushing you closer to the right yes. I ran into this guy, Marcus, at a tech meetup a while back. He was working on a VR gaming startup and pitching to investors left and right. His first dozen pitches, All rejections. He could have taken it as a sign to quit, but Marcus had this mantra: every no is a step toward my yes. He kept refining his pitch, tweaking his prototype, and showing up. On his 13th try, he landed a meeting with a VC who loved his vision and funded his project. Marcus told me those rejections weren't failures. They were lessons that sharpened his game and built his confidence to keep pushing. Now, his startup's killing it. What if you stopped fearing rejection and started welcoming it? What if every time you got a no, you thought, cool, that just means I'm one step closer to my goal? That's the mindset that separates the dreamers from the doers. So go after what you want, even if it means hearing no a few times. Each one's just proof you're in the game. Confidence is built through repetition. Building confidence isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a process, like training for a marathon. You don't become a runner by jogging once. You got to put in the miles day after day. Confidence is the same. It's about repetition, about stacking small wins, about proving to yourself that you're capable. I met this aspiring YouTuber, Elena, at a content creator conference. She was nervous about starting her channel, worried her videos wouldn't be good enough. Her first few uploads were shaky, bad lighting, awkward delivery, you name it. But Elena committed to posting one video a week, no matter what. She'd spend hours practicing her scripting and editing, treating each video as a chance to get better. By her 10th video, she was way smoother, and by her 50th, she had a growing fan base and a confidence that radiated on camera. Elena told me it wasn't about getting it perfect. It was about showing up consistently until confidence became second nature. Start with something small. Pick one thing you've been avoiding and do it today. Doesn't have to be massive. Maybe it's organizing your desk, making a call, or writing the first line of your business plan. The point is to show yourself you can take action. Every time you follow through, you're telling your brain, I'm the kind of person who gets stuff done. That's how confidence grows. Another way to train it? Practice speaking with certainty. Your voice has power. When you speak with conviction, people listen. When you hesitate, they doubt you. So record yourself pitching an idea or even just talking about your day. Listen back. How do you sound? Are you owning your words? The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Stop comparing, start growing. Comparison is a confidence killer. It's so easy to scroll through social media and think, they've got it all figured out. I'll never be that good. But here's the deal. Everyone's on their own journey, and you don't see their struggles. Comparing yourself to others is like judging your Chapter 1 against someone else's Chapter 20. It's pointless. I met this graphic designer, Priya, at a freelance meetup, and she was struggling with this. She'd look at other designers' polished portfolios on Instagram and feel like her work was trash. It paralyzed her. She stopped taking on clients because she didn't think she measured up. Then she made a shift. She started focusing on her own progress. Instead of comparing, she set small goals, like mastering a new design tool or finishing one project a week. She tracked her improvement and celebrated her wins, no matter how small. Within 6 months, Priya was landing bigger gigs and feeling confident in her unique style. She told me, I stopped chasing their game and started playing my own. The only person you need to compete with is the version of yourself from yesterday. Focus on your progress, your growth, your wins. Did you take a step forward today? Did you learn something new? That's what matters. Keep your eyes on your own path and your confidence will skyrocket. Confidence is a choice. Here's the final piece of the puzzle. Confidence is a choice. It's not something you wait for or find, it's something you create. Every day you get to decide, will you choose courage over fear? Action over hesitation? Belief over doubt? The more you make that choice, the more unstoppable you become. I met this guy, Ryan, at an entrepreneurship boot camp, and his story blew me away. He was a corporate guy who hated his job, but was too scared to start his own consulting firm. He'd tell himself, "I'll do it when I'm more prepared." But fear kept him stuck for years. Then, after a tough day at work, he made a choice. He wasn't going to wait anymore. He quit, started small by consulting for local businesses, and leaned into the uncertainty. It was messy at first, lost clients, rookie mistakes, but every time he chose to keep going, his confidence grew. Now, Ryan runs a six-figure firm and says that single choice to act changed his life. So here's your homework, ThriveBit fam. Today, take one bold action. Something that scares you a little. Maybe it's reaching out to a mentor, launching that side hustle, or speaking up in a meeting. Whatever it is, do it. Prove to yourself that you're capable, and then keep doing it. Because the life you want, the business, the impact, the legacy, it's all waiting on the other side of that first step. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. If this fired you up, drop a comment below and tell me what bold action you're taking to build your confidence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of ThriveBit by Andy. We're in this together, fam, and I'm rooting for you. Until next time, keep thriving, keep pushing, and let's build that unstoppable confidence. Peace.